All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome to another Q&A video. Today is Friday, the 25th of June. I don't know why I mentioned the date. I just did. It literally has no importance to the video. It's nothing special. Maybe it's somebody's birthday. Happy birthday, anyone whose birthday is on June 25th. Happy birthday. Everyone in the comments, tell them happy birthday. But welcome back. I figured it was time for another Q&A video. Just want to briefly touch on this because I mentioned it on Twitter, but over the last like 2 weeks, I have really been taking a break from recording a lot because in May I kind of went a little crazy because I started streaming again. It kind of fueled a motivation again to recording and playing. So I ended up recording a lot, uploading a lot in May, and you know, because of that and all the support, May was like my most successful month of all time, which is insane because there was no new DLC characters, no new games, yet it was the most successful month in the history of my channel, which I just want to say thank you, because if it wasn't for your support, that definitely would not have been possible. I think shorts also helped, obviously. You guys have been enjoying the shorts. I'm not going to do them as much because I have to go through clips. I went through a couple videos where I was like, all right, these are going to be some really good shorts, which are the ones that you guys have been seeing, the first couple. But I do have, obviously, a catalog of thousands of videos that I have some funny clips on, or some, you know, sick clips. So I will be continuously uploading those, you know, at least like maybe twice, 3 times a week. Those have been fun. And I haven't streamed in about three weeks, but that's going to change this weekend. I'll be playing some Injustice 2, maybe some MKX. I'll probably try out some Guilty Gear, which is a question that I got. So let's get started with the questions. But I just want to say, you know, you guys have been seeing a lot of the same character. Well, I guess on YouTube you're not really gonna notice it, mostly like streaming wise, but realistically I've been recording way less than before, and it's just temporary because, you know, I needed a little break after the crazy May grinds. So here we go. All right, first question comes from Swiss Cheese. By the way, all these questions are from my YouTube members. Down below, if you're on Android, if you're on iPhone, I have no idea why the little button to join the YouTube members is not like in the player, you know, like video player. But I will link to the members like subscription thing to pop up. Link will be in the description and in the comments. Just click on it. For Android users, there should be a join button underneath the video player. These are all YouTube member questions. Here we go. When an Injustice 3 comes out, which new DC character would you like to have in the game? For me, it's Plastic Man. So there's only 2 that I could think of the top of my head right now. Number 1 obviously is Dr. Manhattan. I've been calling for Dr. Manhattan since the start of Injustice 2. I wasn't around back in Injustice 1, but I probably would have been calling for Dr. Manhattan even before. But the fact that there was a huge comic book DC like storyline with Dr. Manhattan being the main character, along with, you know, Supes and everyone else, right? But it was pretty much about Dr. Manhattan controlling reality, etc. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, just search up Doomsday Clock, right? That's what it's called, Doomsday Clock. But ever since that, like, it would make a lot of sense for Dr. Manhattan to be included in a potential Injustice 3. They could just, you know, how much could they do story-wise with Injustice 2? Because they already executed a lot of what they could do. The only thing that's left now is like have reality warping, which is something Dr. Manhattan could do. They could go a little bit deeper into all the worlds that Brainiac has captured, and work something with that, with alternate universes. But I would like for Dr. Manhattan to play a role in Injustice 3. Maybe even be the main bad guy and be the person who has been controlling everybody since Injustice 2 or Injustice 1, and then moving forward to Injustice 2. That's something that I would really like to see, because Dr. Manhattan has always been one of my favorite characters, like just, I guess, graphic novel characters, comic book characters, whatever you want to call it. Just the fact that he's so overpowered. I like overpowered characters. I like things that have no challenge to them. You know what I mean? I know people like the opposite of that. Like, that's why I like Batman, because he has to overcome a lot of things because he has no superpowers. And that's the reason why I like Superman, because he's so insanely overpowered here on Earth, or, you know, because of the sun, that nobody could fuck with him unless, you know, it's some specific scenarios. But still, like, he's so overpowered and he has every power and he is so strong. That's what I like. I like dominant characters like that. So Dr. Manhattan has always been one of my favorites. So that's number one. Number two would be Constantine, because I feel like he could have, like, Zatanna had some of the most interesting gameplay that I've ever seen. I never played her, but I've seen a lot of clips of Zatanna, and she had some cool stuff, man. Quan Chi obviously is one of my favorite characters to play in MKX. You know, he has the portals, and obviously Constantine would have a bunch of abilities that would be unique to him. So kind of like comparing it to something like Enchantress would have, just that in the version of Constantine. I think Enchantress is the most interesting character in all of Injustice 2 gameplay wise. I think Constantine could definitely have that in an Injustice 3. So those are the two DC characters that I would want. My buddy Smoke asked me, when are we going to play Guilty Gear? You're missing out. Like I said, I was planning on playing some Guilty Gear when I do stream next, or maybe even dedicate an entire stream to trying to learn how to play Guilty Gear. I had a ton of fun in the beta. I just have not really been wanting to play as much. You know, like I said, I took a little break, and I don't know. I was really looking forward to the game, but I guess my mentality right now, I just hadn't felt like playing any games, pretty much. The only time that I did play is when I was recording, but Guilty Gear is an amazing fighting game. Just based off the beta, and it's probably even better now, but it's probably the best looking fighting game of all time, anime style. And there's a lot of cool characters that I want to try out, including Ino is probably the first one, because she's hot, she plays music, and, you know, she looks like she has a lot of dirt. So that might be the character that I try out first, but we'll definitely play soon. Whenever I do play Guilty Gear, I'm sure you can invite people, so my friend Smoke will be one of the first people who I play against. And he uses the same character that I was using, which I cannot remember the name right now. The blonde dude. What the hell is his name? You guys know I'm horrible with names, and I'm horrible with my memory. So it's the same character that I was using in the beta. All right. Anyways, next up here, YouTube Good Games. Are you going to join on the Guilty Gear content? Excuse me. Also, did you hear that Smash Bros. Is getting Kazuya from Tekken? That's hype. Yeah, I definitely saw that. There was a lot of talk. It's funny because there was an equal amount of talk about, I think, the director of, like, Smash Brothers calling Kazuya a Shoto. There was so much talk about that, as much as the character actually being in the game, which is insane, because he called him a Shoto, and a lot of people are saying, no, he's not Shoto, blah, blah, blah. So I found that to be pretty hilarious. But yeah, I mean, Tekken crossing over into Smash Brothers. That's why Smash Brothers is literally the most popular fighting game of all time, because there's something for everybody in that game. Seriously, it's like the ultimate, well, I guess Smash Ultimate, right? But it has the ultimate roster. It's like there's so many characters from all different types of franchise with the crossovers. It's insane. Definitely understandable why it's the most popular and why it's the best-selling fighting game of all time. And I think it's not even close. I think it has a pretty, like, huge gap. Number 2 is MKX, though, I will say, so I'm happy about that. And as far as the Guilty Gear content, yeah, I definitely mentioned it. I do want to play the game for sure. I'm definitely going to upload videos on it. I don't know how many videos, but I definitely want to play it and, you know, try to learn the game a little bit more now that I have full access to it without being limited to a beta. I don't think I'll upload as much as Dragon Ball FighterZ because although it's the same, you know, Arc System is the same developers, like Dragon Ball as a franchise, like that's what drew me into Dragon Ball FighterZ as much as it did. And then the game was amazing, so it was like a perfect combination. Guilty Gear, I have no attachment to the franchise. I just want to play it because Arc System makes amazing games, and obviously the game looks amazing. But hopefully I could draw an attachment to some of the characters when I do play. All right, next up here, Flint Lockwood, who is the insane person who became a Boon Tier YouTube member. Absolutely amazing. 100 big ones for the membership, and there's nothing to offer. I literally made it as a joke, but he, you know, he did it. He was the maniac who joined the Boon Tier, the only one, and he will forever be a legend in my eyes. Flint Lockwood, thank you so much. Never thought about going into single player games, or, you know, one player games, single player games. I really don't play many video games unless it's fighting games, because I love the multiplayer aspect of it. I like playing versus other people. That's why before even playing Call of Duty, the games that I would play the most was the NBA 2K franchise, NBA Live when it was actually good, Madden. I played sports games before I, you know, went into multiplayer like shooters and then obviously fighting games, because I just like playing versus other people. I like that challenge, and it's very, very fun. I actually used to gamble on a website called like gamersaloon.com. I think it's still up, where you would just find somebody who you would fight against. You would put up like $25, $50 on the match, and then whoever wins gets the money, obviously. I stopped doing that because if I won, sometimes people would like not report the score, file a complaint, and their like support team sucked. So then it just ended up wasting my time and getting my money back. And then when I lost, you know, obviously they're gonna report it, and obviously I reported that I took the L. So when I won, it was a pain in the ass to actually get the money, and when I lost, it was like, you know, I just lost. So that's why I stopped doing that. And plus, I think NBA 2K10 was the pinnacle of like 2K games. I think that's the best 2K game of all time. So no, single players, I don't really enjoy playing them too much, unless it's something that I had already played, like Resident Evil 3 Remake. I had a lot of fun with that because it's a game that I played that I love from my childhood. Super Metroid, I could go back and, you know, play anytime, because to me it is the greatest game ever created. I think Super Metroid is the greatest game ever created. But single player games are just not my thing. So thank you for the question, Flint. Nick Worden asks, I have seen a couple of these Q&As so far. If you answer this, then no worries, skip it. If you could have an audience that followed you for any other game/genre, what would it be? Also, love the videos. Keep up the good work. Fighting games is honestly the only thing that I enjoy as far as video games at the moment. If you're trying to be smart and you're trying to be rich, honestly, if you could build an audience playing Minecraft is like a beast of its own. It always has been. Ever since it became popular back in like, I don't remember, 2010, 2009, something like that, when it started blowing up. God damn, man. Minecraft YouTubers are like literally shitting out dollar bills. Not even that. Golden nuggets. That's how popular and that's how much money people make off Minecraft, because the game is absolutely nuts. But I think I'd rather keep my sanity and have fun, enjoy my fighting games, than do something that I would not enjoy at all. But if, you know, hypothetically, that question, you know, if I could have an audience follow me to any game, it would probably be Minecraft, because Minecraft is like fucking printing money, pretty much. But I would have fun doing it. So I enjoy having people watch me play fighting games, because also I could not keep it PG if I want to, and, you know, swear and talk shit to people and call them scrubs and idiots and all that. And people enjoy that. So it's perfect for me. All right. Just Lewis asks, will you ever upload videos on Street Fighter, King of Fighters, Tekken, Marvel vs. Capcom? Okay, Terry Bogard and Smash, but cannot seem to find new videos. If you play those games, I would instantly click. Yeah, so I have uploaded a ton of Street Fighter videos. Haven't played King of Fighters since '98. Tekken, I tried it a little bit, but 3D fighters are not my thing. And then I have uploaded a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite videos, so you can search those up on my channel. Street Fighter, I really want a new Street Fighter game because I want to start fresh. You know what I mean? I feel like whenever I hop online, even playing at the really low levels, there's like a certain barrier that I am not going to get past, because I put like 0 time into the game, and it's been out for what, 5 years. So I'm sure that's how people feel when they hop on MKX, and like I'm right there playing after having played the game for 6 years, 7 years, whatever it's been, and they fight me having like almost no experience. That's the same scenario that I feel playing like Street Fighter. But honestly, there isn't like a character that I'm really like, man, I really want to play this character. Even though they're fun, there isn't that one character that would make me go back to the game. Like for Dragon Ball FighterZ, there's so many characters. I just haven't played it in a while because I still get frustrated at the netcode. But having like a new Street Fighter game, that would like, oh man, I would love it so much, because it'll be like an even playing field, and I'm sure the game would be a lot more fun from the start. Because Street Fighter 5 at the start was very like fucking vanilla, and vanilla Street Fighter 5 was super basic and boring, because they nerfed the characters a lot from the betas. If they would have kept beta versions of the characters, the game would have been a lot more fun. So you can search up those videos. I actually have some really funny and good Street Fighter 5 videos over the course of the first 6 months. I think I stopped uploading at Akuma, and then I came back like, I think early this year, and had a lot of fun playing Street Fighter. I just haven't gone back to it. Well, I think I went back to it when Dan came out for a little bit, and obviously I have fun, but there's like just a barrier that I will probably not get past. But we'll see. And he asked another question, because I have a 2-question limit for these. Last question: do you ever plan to upload new videos with Black Adam or Dr. Fate? Yes, definitely Black Adam. I don't know about Dr. Fate because he's a little bit too zony for me. He has some cool stuff, some cool setups, but Black Adam is a different beast. He could get some damage, he could zone, he could play offense. So Black Adam for sure. That Monkey Boy 69, if you could be any type of Mortal Kombat character, who would you be? Let's see. I would probably have to say, honestly, I would be a Cryomancer, because I have always loved Iceman growing up as a huge X-Men fan, and having the ability to manipulate like the water in the atmosphere to create ice, or I don't know, I guess that's how Iceman's powers work. He like can manipulate the molecules in water to create ice and all that shit. So Iceman is actually insanely powerful. I don't know if that's how Sub-Zero's powers work, or if, you know, if they work differently, but I would definitely be a Cryomancer if I had the ability to be any type of like character in the Mortal Kombat universe. I just fucking being able to create ice and manipulate water into ice and, you know, shit like that, that's always been super cool to me. I would have picked like Scorpion, but he's, you know, kind of like a hell spawn, and I'm not down with that. So I'm trying to get those ice powers, man. Devil Dog 6691, do you think Injustice 3 will continue the cycle of at least one MK guest character, and if so, which MK guest character And his other question is, actually, let me answer that first one. Yeah, I definitely think that there will be at least one Mortal Kombat character included in Injustice 3. It's definitely a tradition, and NetherRealm likes to keep traditions. What character could it be? It'll probably be a female character. I would probably say Mileena or Katana are the best candidates to be, if they just go with one. If they go with two, then, you know, that's a different story. It could be a multitude of characters, but I would bet that if there was only one guest Mortal Kombat character, it would probably be Katana or Mileena. And also, it depends on what type of offense and, you know, just the gameplay mechanics of Injustice 3 whenever it comes out. Because there's characters that will thrive in specific environments. So, but I think Mileena or Katana will probably be the number 1 or 2 options that they would go with. So his other question is, when do you expect NRS to make their big announcement? I have a feeling it could be during the next DC fandom or fandom. I honestly think that NetherRealm will announce their new fighting game until the Game Awards. I think the DC fandom, or it's fandom, right? The DC fandom is packed with too many things. I feel like the announcement would sort of, with DC fans, it'll kind of get overlooked by some of the movie announcements that they do, you know, some of the things like that. For us, it'll be amazing, but I feel like the Game Awards is literally the perfect platform for a new video game to be revealed. Like, talk about the crazy hype that Mortal Kombat 11 brought to the Game Awards when it was announced, when nobody knew that it was coming. And, you know, Ed Boon came out there and trolled everybody. Then they played the reveal trailer. It was literally one of the biggest things, if not the biggest thing, of the Game Awards. So I think it'll get swept under the rug, or it'll be overshadowed if it's in the DC fandom. But if it's in the Game Awards, it'll be like literally the highlight of the Game Awards, or one of the highlights of the Game Awards. And they have a good relationship with NetherRealm, you know, the Game Awards people. So I feel like that's when we should expect a new announcement. But I definitely think it's coming this year for sure. And then they'll release it in April, like they do with the other games. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Harambe D. Luffy with the last question here. Why the hell are you always playing MK11 so damn late? Anyways, love the grind. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Harambe D. Luffy. That was, if you guys don't know, that's the guy who I played with in a video where I titled it The Nicest Person That I've Ever Played Against, because he was super nice after we played. I forgot who he was playing, but he came on stream. We played a couple matches. He subscribed also, or became a YouTube member, which is cool. But the reason why I play so late is because I get caught up doing absolutely nothing in the afternoons. Seriously, I get caught up doing nothing. I'm just watching YouTube videos. I'm listening to music. I'm checking my investing shit in stocks and cryptos. I do that like for a couple hours in the afternoon because I wake up really late. A lot of times I wake up like at 11 a.m., noon, you know, because I go to sleep late. And then by the time that happens, all right, there's NBA playoffs are going on right now. Games start like, you know, it was two games like a couple weeks ago before the conference finals. It was 2 games a day, you know, and it's every other day, or it's pretty much every day. There's basketball every day. So the games start like around 5, whatever, right? And then by the time it hits 8 p.m., I'm like, oh shit, I need to go work out. I go downstairs to work out from 8 to, you know, most of the time it's like 9 p.m. actually. So from 9 p.m. to like 10:30, depending on if I do cardio or not. It's already 10:30, and then I come back upstairs and I'm tired. I take a shower. By that time it's like 11, and then I kind of don't want to do anything and don't want to play because I'm tired from working out. It ends up being like 1 a.m. and then I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I need to record, or I want to record. There's some times where I'm in training mode doing some combos, and then I'm like, yeah, I want to play with this character right now. Then I just record. That's what happens when I record. It's just like spontaneously. It's whenever I feel like I want to play. So that's literally what happens every single day. So maybe I should, like, instead of watching YouTube videos and all that, I should record in the afternoon like I'm doing now, and then watch the games, and then go work out, and then maybe if I want to record later too, then I record later and I get more shit done. But I get distracted too easily. Plus, like I said, I kind of wanted to take a break, because normally I would record no matter what if I, you know, have to, or, you know, if I feel like it, whatever. But that's literally what happens. I wake up, I eat, I end up watching YouTube videos, just on Twitter, just getting distracted, and then 5 p.m. comes around, NBA playoffs, 3 hours go by, then I go downstairs and work out for an hour and a half, and then by the time I get up here and I take a shower, eat, blah blah blah, it's already like almost midnight, and then I'm like, oh shit, I gotta record, and then I spend some time in training mode, and then I watch more YouTube videos or listen to more music, and then by the time it hits like 1 or 2, I'm like, ah shit, okay, I guess I'll record right now. And then that's when I end up recording, and that's why sometimes I'm recording at 4 a.m. in the morning when there's no one playing the game. So that is a little insight to the days that I have most of the time. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching today's Q&A video. I hope you enjoyed it. Expect some more content in the future, including some guilty gear. I gotta get on that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you aren't subscribed already, make sure you guys do so. And if you want to see some more, there's videos popping up on the screen right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.